Thanks, Deb. Rebecca Hale.
Good afternoon. I'm afraid I don't have the protocol memorized for thanking you for allowing me to speak in front of you, but I appreciate it. I stand here as a citizen of Colorado Springs. I am president of the Freethinkers of Colorado Springs and vice president of the American Humanist Association based in Washington, D.C. As Mr. Herpin mentioned, the C in YMCA stands for Christian. I don't have a problem with the YMCA managing the pools and us getting to reopen them. I think that's a wonderful, wonderful plan. My difficulty is with every time that I have joined the YMCA, I have had to either sign and be a hypocrite or make a point of noting on the paperwork that I do not support Christian family values. It's a piece of the YMCA membership application form. It's fine if the YMCA keeps that. It cannot be at the city pools. So people joining the Colorado Springs city pools in whatever membership is structured may not be requested to sign a document that says they affirm the YMCA's Christian family values. So that's point one. The other point that came up as I was listening today is this reduced fee for YMCA members to use the city pools. That may be, I haven't had time to talk with our attorneys yet, but that may be a difficulty in church-state separation. I know the YMCA is not a church, but it is a Christian organization. So that might be an issue. I don't know. I don't want to throw it up there. I don't want to put anything in the way of this proceeding going forward, but I want to make sure that the rights of the non-Christian citizens of Colorado Springs are protected. We're not all non-believers. Some are Jews, some are Muslims, some are Baha'i. There are all different kinds of faiths in our community. And we have to be careful that we don't just sweep other people's belief systems under the rug because it's expedient and handy to have the Y take this over. Let's see if there was anything else. Oh, also, as I was a member of the Y up in Briargate, I noticed that as I came in, there were religious sayings, there are placards around, there are inspirational statements. All of those things are fine in YMCAs because that's their organization. Those things are not fine to be in city facilities. So I would encourage that as the contract is written, that these things be specifically excluded so that the heads up is there. You know right off the top, we don't want to be spending city money on attorneys protecting the rights of non-Christians. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Gary Betchan.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the council. I've been a citizen here in Colorado Springs for 20 years. I and my children and my family have used the YMCA facilities and have always enjoyed them. We've also used the city recreational facilities and have enjoyed them immensely. When I go to the YMCA, I am given a form to sign in with or to sign up for a member, and I'm asked to affirm that the YMCA expects me to live by Christian principles. I have a choice at that point of either signing that, scratching it out, walking back out the door. And that's perfectly appropriate for a private organization to do that. I honor their right to do it. I think it's one of the precious things about our country. Of course, it's not all right for the city to do that. And as the city moves into this arrangement, I want to encourage you to make sure through the language of the contracts that clauses like that that require religious acceptance of principles or ideas are not in the city's documents. As you know, over the past few years, the city of Colorado Springs has on a couple of occasions gotten some bad press over the willingness of the city to accept and treasure religious and other types of diversity. I certainly hope we don't get into another situation like that. One other thing, too, that I wanted to mention, the YMCA is a unique, it's an interesting organization. I can see the image in my mind of the sign that says City of Colorado Springs YMCA Pool. I can also see it reading City of Colorado Springs Young Men's Christian Association Pool. Well, many of the people who go into that facility are not going to be men. Some of them are going to be women. Many of them are not going to be young. Many of them are not going to be Christian. I very much hope that when the signage gets designed for this program, the company name, the nonprofit name, YMCA gets used without delineating what those letters stand for. So that when I bring my daughter or when my Jewish friends bring their children into that facility, nobody has to stop and say, but wait a minute, Daddy, we're Jews, we're not Christians. I would rather not have to have that happen. I'd rather see the term YMCA. I think with care and with proper respect, this activity can be handled very much like a lot of other programs that are administered by religious organizations on behalf of the city using city and state and federal money. We've got a real good models of those happening in the past, and I hope that the same thing happens with this one. And with you folks paying attention to that, I trust that'll be the case. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gary.